Okay, guys. Now we are done with the Pycharm installation and Python installation. Let me show you how we have to configure it. Now I'm opening it because this is altogether new one. It is opening up. For me, it is taking the previous data. Now for you, how it will come down is, I will show you. Now the previous data is there. The previous data, it took it as it is. Now for you, how we are going to come get it is, I will show you the new project. This is you will going to get it. First, when you open up, this is you're going to get it. Keep the project name as it is. Okay, project name as it is, and you just ignore the rest of all. Just go to the down and say that create. Okay, once you say that create over here, then it will ask you to create in the new window, or now for me it is asking for the new window or the this one. This is because I already opened up this one. For you, it will not ask, it will start creating the application. Now let me do it. I'm saying that create it over here, just like this. I will say that in the new window. Now it is configured. Okay. Now where this project will be stored with, this is the location. You can see the location over here. If you lose your data, you feel that, okay, I lost the data or something, your data will never be lost. It will be stored in this environment. Now, this is the way you will get it. Your first look of your Pycharm will be like this. Okay, like this it will look. Now, the first and foremost thing what you have to do it is click on this one, the project, right click on this and new, and then go for the directory. Directory is nothing but you will create the folder. Now, I will show you once again. Click on the project name and right click on this, and then go to the new. In the new, there will be a sub menu will be coming down. Here you go for directory. And first, this is mandatory, guys. So I will say that Python or DS is 730. So this is the folder. Now, whatever I'm going to write it, I will write it inside this folder. Okay, DS 730 folder. I will write whatever we are going to write. How to create a file now? How to create a Python file? So first, click on this. I will deleting this one, guys. Once again, I will delete this folder. So your environment look like this. Right click on this. Okay, you will get the new and the directory, and write down the directory name. The directory name is, I'm giving it as data science 730. Okay, 730 over 730. Now you can see that there is a folder got it. Now in this folder, I will click on this and right click. Then I will use it the Python. Now right click on the folder, new, and then you go to the Python file. Python file, not on the file or anything else, Python file. Then it will ask the name. I will say that first program. I got it. Okay. Now, sometimes when you open up your Pycharm, guys, the entire editor will be in dark black color. So if you want to change it to the light color, go to the file, go to the settings, okay, and in the settings you can see the first one appearance here. You will usually it will be like this for you. Dracula will be there. Everything will be looking like this for you. Okay, first time when you install it. Then if you want to change it, click on this and you can use it, remove this Dracula and keep it as Intel Light. And then I will give it as OK over here. Then this is what. Okay, this is what you are going to get. Now here I will keep it as print. I will say that welcome or very high all. Very good morning. How you have to write the print? You see this first. The print should be all in the small case. Okay, that is in the small letters. PRINT print, and inside this I will use it the message. Okay, I will put it the message inside the quotes. So first, if I write the print and I will start with the parenthesis, inside this I will keep it as welcome to Python. Okay, now I will do this. Now I will run it. You can see this. You will be getting the output. Okay. Now, if you don't like the output over here, you want to take the output over here. Just click on this after the program name. Click on this, and then you have the move to the right. Then you will get it. Now again, whenever you execute it like this. Right click, go to the run this program. Okay, you do it. Don't do it from here because all the time it will hold the previous program name over there. So it will be a confusion. So I strongly recommend right click on this and go with the run first program. Then you will be clear, guys. Any questions? Any questions? Now I have a video also. I will upload that video so that you will get it. I will upload that video and I will share it. So you can have a clarity on that, how it is installation is going. Okay, if still anyone is facing any problem, please ping me up in the group or personally, whatever it is, and I will try to explain it once again tomorrow. Okay, now this is my how we will be writing the configuring our Pycharm. Okay, this is the way it is. Now Pycharm is very popularly used for application development. Yeah, you should know the Pycharm. That is mandatory. And Jupyter Notebook, yeah, if you are dealing with the big data and data science, you have to know the Jupyter Notebook. There's no other option. You have to know the Jupyter Notebook. So again, you may ask me a question, whatever we do it in the Jupyter Notebook, can't we do it in the Pycharm? You can do it. You can do it. But the thing is that now Jupyter Notebook is very flexible and it is specially designed for the big data and the data analysis. So there it is much better to do the data. So I will explain you the same way, the Jupyter Notebook, how I explained you this one. We are going to explain it and we are going to use that. Okay, now let's move on to our regular stuff. Okay, now first we will see that now in our first we will grab up all the required ingredients to become a programmer, how to write a program. Now first I will write it about the statements. Now you know the statements, right? Statements is nothing but a executable line or task oriented line in the editor. Now whatever you write it over here, first thing is it should be executable. That is, you are going to, when you execute it, there should be task will be performed. Okay, and while writing these statements, whatever you write it, you follow some rules. Okay, simple. Now as I told you, print, I will say that hello world. Now first print parenthesis, inside this I will give it as hello world. Hello world. This is the first one. Second one is I will give a second statement over here. I will say that welcome to India. Okay, and then the third statement I will give it as very good morning. These are the three different statements. Okay, three different statements. If I want to execute it, I will run it over. Now what is happening over here is this is the first statement which is executed, this is the second statement, and this is the third statement. Okay, now don't think that all the three are of the same statement. No, it is not the same statement. This is the first statement, this is the second statement, and this is the third statement. How to know that this is the end of the statement means once you start writing, your cursor will be over here. Once you type the enter, then that gives us, they will give a special character called as \n. Here the \n will be invoked when I type the enter. That shows that that is the end of the statement. Okay, that is the end of the statement. This is a single line statement. Okay, what is this? This is a single line. This is a single line statement. This is a single line statement. There is a multi-line statement will also be there. What is the now? What is the single line is? The statement which starts and ends in the same line is called a single line statement. What is a multi-line statement? A statement which starts in one line and ends in another line. A simple example, I will give it as, I will take it as, now I wanted this message should be of multiple lines. Then what I will do it is, I will, or let's take it something like this. Print, or let's do 10 plus 20 plus 30. So these all are added and stored in a variable called as rest. Now, if I print the rest is been printing the 60 over here. Now, this one you have to know, this print is a function which is used to print anything onto the screen. Now, what is this is now what the plus will do, you know that plus will add it. So this is adding it. Then for this, this is adding, this is stored in the rest. I'm printing the rest. I got the 60. Okay, this we know it. Now, what I wanted is, I wanted to add some more values to this. I will write it at the bottom of it. That is 40 plus 50 plus 60. Now, what happens is your interpreter, what it will think is this is the starting and here it is the ending of the statement. Now, if you want to make sure that this all is a one statement, put it in the brackets. I'll put it in the brackets over here and then I will give it as plus. So what will happen is it will add these two, then to these two, and then you will see that there's a plus sign is there. Okay, I will add it with the next one, third one, and last. Like this, it will be adding it over here. So this is called as a multi-line statement. This is a single line statement. Okay. There is a single line statement and there is a multi-line statement. Will be there. Now, what is a comment? Now, you know what is a single line statement. Single line statement is nothing but a statement or an statement which starts in the same line and ends in the same line is called as single line statement. What is a multi-line statement? A statement which starts in one line and ends in the other line is called as multi-line statement. This is a multi-line. It is starting over here, ending over here. Okay. Now I can give it something like this also. I will take it as another S1 is equal to, I'm giving it a sentence over here. This Arjun, okay. I am a data scientist. Okay. Currently in Hyderabad. Like this, I want to go. This is okay, the same line. What if I want to go with the next line? I want to keep this part in the next line. I wanted to give it like this. Now, in this case, it will not be accepted as a multi-line because this is showing me an error. This is a one-line statement and this is another line statement and this is another line statement. To make it understand that this is all is one line, then we will be giving it in the form, okay, I will do it something. Triple quotes and end over here. This is another way of making a multi-line statement. This is a multi-line sentence. Okay. So this is also a multi-line statement and this is a multi-line string. Okay, you can play with the things. Okay, you will understand in that. Now, what is a comment? See, a comment is nothing but suppose if I open up let me go to this location. So guys, where this will be stored, I'm going to show you. C drive user G Arju Pycharm. For you, it will be showing you the address. You can go to that address and you can find it over here. That is C drive users and Here you can see the Pycharm projects. Here Pycharm projects. Inside this, these are the projects. Now this is our project. Whatever currently doing, these are the previous. Now in the previous projects, I will copy this. All of them. This thing I will copy and I will put it over here. Or I can directly put it over here. And go into this. And here I can put it. Now these all will be visible over here. Can you see? All of them are visible. Okay, now this is video. Now let me open up a project for any code over here. Just see this. Now here, now this is the program. Just take a simple program. A simple program. What this program will doing is, if you want to know that what is this program is doing is, you have to go through the entire flow. Okay. Now, whenever you are entering into a project in the real time, it is very less chance that you will be entering at the starting of the project. If you are entering at the starting, then you are the luckiest person. Okay, because you will be having a lot of time to go through the documentation and all this thing. But if you are entering in the middle of the project, that is in the middle where the half of the project is done, that is some coding is done, and you have to perform the next step. Okay, then in that case, you have to go through the entire code, whatever. Now here it is how many lines it is? 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of the code. Now what happens is, if there are like, if a project is there, each and every 5 lines will be like around 500 lines or 1000 lines code will also be. Now going through the 1000 lines or 100 lines also, it is really big headache for us. Okay, so what we will do it is just like this. Now you don't understand what is going on over here, right? So what we will do it is, to make the life easy for the newcomer who is coming and sitting on the project, what we will do it is, we will put down a message over here that, this program is about upper function of the strings. This program is about upper function of the string. Upper function of the string. But here the problem is, guys, here whatever we write it in the editor, it should be following some rules, and there should be some there should be a task oriented. But in this case, it is just a normal English sentence I wrote it. But is this is important? This is very, very important. This is called as documentation of this particular program. All about the program, we will write it over here. But if I try to execute it, what will happen is, it will give me an error. Why it is giving me an error? We are not following the rules today. Now, if this is mandatory, means it is mandatory. That is a sign of a very good programmer. You should write the note about the program. What is this program is all about? You have to write some note about that particular program. That is what is called as, documentation. But when I'm trying to execute it, this is like, it is not active. It is just like, you can say it as summary of the book. Now, without, see, if there is no summary of the book is there, and you want to go and buy the book, how you know that what is that book is all about, or which genre that book belongs to? You have to go through the entire book, then only you will understand, right? The same way, this is like a summary about this particular program. What is this program will be doing? This is a summary. But if I am trying to execute, write it over here and trying to execute, I am getting an error over here. To avoid this error, what we will do it is, I will request the interpreter to ignore this. How I will request the interpreter to ignore it? I will put a hash. When I put on the hash, this says that you please ignore this line. Please ignore this line. And when I run this one, it will. This line is ignored. So whenever you put on the hash sign, that is converted into a comment. Comment means non-executable statements inside the program. Inside the program, when there is a non-executable lines are there, we are called as the comments. Now, this we can write it as non-executable lines in the program. Non-executable lines and editor is called as comments. These comments will be of two types. There is a single line comment, and there will be a multi-line. Okay. Now, single line comment is a comment which is like only one line. Now, single line comment is being we can make a single line comment by using the hash symbol. Hash symbol is used and multi-line comment we have to put it in the triple single quotes, triple double quotes. Whatever you put it inside this is considered as a multi-line, or you can use as triple double. Now, what is a multi-line comment? This is also like a comment which is extended to multiple lines. Okay, comment is extended. Now, how you will give it? This is the way you will give it. Now, I will show you if I want to give the multiple lines comments. Now, these lines, I can't go hash, hash, hash all the time. So what I will do it is I will put down over here triple single quotes, okay, triple single quotes, and I will end these things over. All these things are considered. Okay. Now, again, you may get the doubt like this can be also string or something. I will explain you what is the difference between a triple double quote string and triple single quotes string and the comment. I can give it as a double quotes also. Triple this is the no, there's no problem at all. You can see. And the easiest way to put on the comments is, guys, like you know, putting the triple double quotes or triple single quotes or the hash is again it is a painful process. Both of them. The simplest way to make it a multi-line comment is just highlight all these things and then give it as a control forward slash. Just give it a control forward slash and then all of them are commented. All of them are commented. So, like if I remove the comment, again highlight them all, control and same forward slash. If I want to make it as a comment, highlight all the lines, control forward slash, and then again, if you don't know what is the forward slash, control, you know the control, you have to press the control button, plus you have to use the forward slash. Forward slash. Okay. And if you want to uncomment this one, the same thing you have to do it. That is highlight this one and use the control. And what is the one more advantage of your hash is you can give the line by line comment also. This is here where this is the code. I want to give the explain about this, what is this line is doing. Then I will give a hash code. From wherever the hash is given, it will convert into a comment. So I will write it as assigning FBA to. Now this gives us very clear that what is this. Usually what happens is we only write this one and leave it in the real time. This level of documentation, no one will do it. No one will do it. Okay. Usually they will put a documentation at the top and they will know. Now some people who are like who don't want that, they want to prove their importance. What they will do it is they will not give the comments. And if a newcomer comes, they will not help him understanding what is there. He will not give a proper key. Nothing will be given over. Then the newcomer, whichever is coming, he is the sufferer over there. Now, why they will do that is they want to prove that their importance is there in that project. Otherwise, you are lost. That's what they want to true. That's what it is. Now, this is the second form. First, we see the statements. Second one is the comments. Comments is non-executable lines in that. Now, there is something called as keywords. What are the keywords? This. Okay, I will write it as comments. Now, again, in this, there is something called as keywords. Now, keywords are nothing but the reserved words. Okay. What is this? Keywords are reserved words. Now, while the Python was developing, okay, while the Python is developing, there are some reserved words will be there. That is, there will be a special meaning will be there for them. Now, you can't use them as you like. No, you can't use it. So there is a special purpose is there, special syntax is there. Now syntax is nothing but the rules. Okay. Now these keywords we can't use them. The some of the examples of these keywords are, now I can say it is keywords are nothing but the reserved words. Reserved words. Okay, the reserved keywords are nothing but the reserved words in Python, which has a special purpose with special syntax. We can't use them as we like. No, we can't use them. So there is now we can't use them for the variables. We can't use them for the identifiers. No, we can't use them. So we can't use them for the variables. Now some of the examples of the keywords are true, false, none. Yeah, this is, and there is something called as def, and we have the class, or, if, and there are so many are there like this. If you take it like a lot of the global and or yield, these are some of the keywords which are used. Now, how many keywords are there in total? There are like 35, 36 keywords will be there inside the Python. Now, this will be varying time to time, it will be varying. Now, you may ask me a question that how to see those 35, 36 keywords. So we can, I have a small code to write. Now just ignore the code, guys. Try to see the output. Now I will import keywords. Now this is nothing but I'm getting a special feature into my project. Importing the special feature into my project. And then what we are going to do it, I'm going to give it as keywords dot AWList. Now this keyword is an external library. I'm getting these features into the program. Under this keyword, there is a KW list. This is having all the keywords. This all these keywords, I want to put it in the list. This is like a container. As of now, you will not understand anything like, but just ignore it. And I will put it as a result. Okay, a result, and I will print the result. Now, when I run this one, I will get it as can you see this? False, none, true, and as all these things are the keywords. Now it is on the horizontal ways. I want to print it one below the other. Then I will use the fun loop for I, and I will print the I. Again, guys, if you don't understand this code, ignore it. We are still in a very initial phase. As we move deeper and deeper, then you will understand in a much better way about this one. Okay, I strongly recommend ignore this one. Okay, and see only the output. Now you see this. I got it all the keywords here. How many are there? Means just count it. I'm using C is equals to 0 and C is equals to C plus. This is 30. Okay? This is 30. Clear? Now, this is the way we are going to use it. Okay, guys, 35 keywords are there. Now, you may ask me how to remember them. Not to worry about. As we go forward, you will automatically remember them one after the other. You will not use them. Now, if I use them as I like, then it will trigger an error. Now, you see this. I'll show you a small example. Now here I will give it a small example. Okay, now our next class is very important, where you will learn a lot about the variables and the memory management. It is really very important. So now here, if you take it, A is equals to 100. Now, as I told you, 100 is assigned to A. It looks like A is 100 is assigned. Now I will print it. Okay, this is a variable. This is a variable. This is a value. Okay, value. Now you take it over here. Now let's see the one more thing. B is equals to Arjun. Arjun is what? Value. It's string type value. This is a variable. Now variable is nothing but a string or an alphabet or a word or a string, which is usually it will be a word. Okay, an alphabet or a word which is not in the quotes. If it is in the quotes, it is the value. Okay, now we have printed over here. Just see, I will print it D. Now here, this is the value and this is a variable. Here, this is a value, this is a variable. And see this, I will give it one more. C is equals to and A. Now what is this? This is the value. Now whenever you see the value, value will be either it will be a number or a string. And these strings will be in the quotes. Now, whatever is there within the quotes is called as a string. These two are values. These two types are called as values. In this, A is a value which is assigned to a variable C. Now, there is a slight difference in there, guys. This is a variable which is having value 100. This is a variable which is having the value A. Now this A and this A difference is this is within the quote, so it is a value. This is without the quote, this is a variable. Now see this, if I am giving it over here, okay, I will run it. If I run it over here like this, A, then what will happen? This is a value. This is not a variable. This is a value. Here you will get A. Here also you will get A over here. Can you see? And if I give it out of this quote A, this is a variable. Remember that these are the variables. Okay, this is a variable. Okay, guys, this will give you this value. Okay, I'm just showing you. Try to understand. We will see this one very detailedly tomorrow. A variable and the value, and what is the memory management inside, that is very important. And if these are the variables, now usually variables will be the either strings or either a word or a single character. Now I can give it something like this also. I will say that now I will take it as orange. Orange is what usually we will keep it as a orange as a word, apple or value. Now here I'm giving it as orange is equals to 2000. Orange is a variable without quotes. Whenever a string is there without quotes, that is considered as a variable. Now this is the value. Value is assigned to this variable. Once I do it orange, you will see that you will be getting it. Now, if I'm printing the same orange within the quotes, this is acting like a value. This will be printed as it is. That is the difference. Okay. Now it can be a single character or a word over here. Now, if I use it a class is equals to, I will give it as 5,000. Class is a variable. Okay, class is a variable which is holding the value 5,000. Now I want to print the class. See this, what will happen? It will give me an error. Why? Syntax error. Why it is showing a syntax? Here it is the same syntax. You see, orange is equals to 2000, A is equals to C is equals to A, and class is equals to 5,000. Now, why it is showing a syntax error? Because this is a keyword. This is a keyword. Now, these keywords is having a special purpose and special uh, syntax for that. You can't use it as you like. So these are the keywords. Now again, don't worry about that. Usually the people will think that how to know that whether it is a keyword or not. See, first thing is all the keywords will be in the lowercase, except then true, false, and none. True, false, and none will be having the first letter as caps, like this. False and none. These rest of all keywords will be in lowercase. First thing. Second is, as we move forward, you will be learning one after the other keywords. You will learn the lambda, you will learn the if, you will learn the def, you will learn the per, you will learn the while. All this you will learn it one after the other. When you are learning it, automatically you will get the clarity on this. What is that keyword is all about? Okay, guys. So that is the way it will be working. Now this is a keyword. This is a keyword. So you can't get it. This class is it. Okay, this is what it will happen. Okay, guys. So this is all about the basic ingredients what is required for us to start it. Now, one is we have seen the statement, we have seen the keywords, we have seen the comments, and we have seen some history. And tomorrow we will see a very important concept of memory management and data types also. Okay, once we are done with the data types, then we will be jumping into the coding part. Okay, we will be, especially there is a string data type is there where we have given a lot of importance to that, and based on that we can move forward. Okay, guys.